Nioh 2, huh?
Electric Boogaloo
Oh,
in your pants
yikes.
with a yokai.
So
This
this is
is.
like that show that kids like?
Which one is that?
Yokai Watch?
Uh, Yokai, watch this. This is the sequel to what was one of my favorite kind of Souls-like games that came out in the past few years, the original Nioh,
Mm-hmm.
um, where you had a preset character. This time you have as you can see here from the completely messed up person that I'm making, you have a custom creator. Oh yeah. Oh jeez. Alright, yeah, just give me all that chin. All the chin. Maximum chin.
What what
Uh,
monstrosity are you making, sir?
he's... It's something. Oh, oh. Yep, no, let's go down lower. There we go. He's got Ryan all over his face. It's pretty wonderful. Anyways,
Eh,
so yeah, so this is the character creator. They've got lots of different options here. You can change between male and female for who you want. They have these different stances that you can kind of shift between. Face, skin type, all kinds of presets. Things you can go in and customize: hair, facial hair, makeup, body. Just look at the vascularity. Look at the vascularity on him.
are you saying that they're swole?
He is... My monstrosity is swole. He's
Wonderful.
he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Big boy, huh?
It's big boy season. Just gonna have a tattoo right there on his chest. Yeah, it's all good. Anyways, so you can go around. You can adjust who you want. The one downside is I've kind of found. So last time, as a preset character, you're playing as William. This is a prequel to that, so this takes place several years before the events of that game. And while you can create your own custom character, they're not voiced at all. And I kind of enjoyed Williams' voice acting slash, like having a protagonist that's actually speaking. Considering all the Dark Souls games, you are a silent protagonist, so
Mm-hmm.
I kind of miss that bit. The other difference that you have that I'm going into here is you have this yokai form. So in the previous game, you had the guardian spirits, and you still have those here, but they would just imbue your weapon with like additional power. Here you go full on like shape shifting kind of a thing into one of these different forms, and which form you take depends on the guardian spirit that you have. You can kind of change up your yokai form as well to give them different horns, give them different hair if you want. And be like, yeah, when I go to this form I have this hair, and then when I go to this form I'm gonna have this hair, and all this other kind of stuff. So it's kind of nice that they have those different ones that you can switch between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this beautiful boy, and each one plays a little bit differently too. So I'm not gonna go through all the tutorials here. I'm gonna show off just a little bit, and then I'm gonna hop over to my main character and show off some stuff with Mike. But I just wanted to show off this beginning section here before we dive into much further. But each one of the different yokai forms plays a little bit differently as you go through the tutorial section here, which is where you start off on this little dock island that gives you the different controls for everything. Oh man, look at that beautiful boy. One of the things that they go through that you'll see here is no, I don't. This guy's perfect. Why would I want to change him? One of the things that you'll see as you go through is that you choose your initial guardian spirit, which is basically choosing, do you want to go feral, phantom, or brute? You also get to choose your starting weapons, but you pick up all kinds of weapons as you play, so this is really not anything that you feel like you have to, that you're tied to. I'm going to show off one of the new weapon sets. So the new weapons that they have are the hatchets. And the other new one is the switchglaive here, but Mike and I both chose that because it's a frickin' trick weapon from Bloodborne, so of course why wouldn't we choose that? So I'm going to skip that one for right now. And I'm going to go with the big old Odachi. So the other thing, you know, with the Nioh game is you see I have that stamina bar. When I attack, it drains, and I have to use that key pulse to refill it back up. Yep, I'll go ahead and choose my Guardian Spirit. So here I can go between the Swift Bird, the Dark Phantasm, and the Fierce Wolf. So, what'd you choose?
Hold on. I am Kagawani.
The Shark?
Yeah.
Okay, I chose that too. Funny. Alright, so I'll choose the wolf here. So there I am in my brute form. You still have like an ultimate kind of a thing that you do. In the brute form, you don't get staggered, so you can kind of just keep swinging away at enemies. The Phantasm has a different set of skills, and then the Feral has a different one from there. One of the things they have in this, which maybe they'll show off. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go into this tutorial. Yeah, I'll have to go to tutorial. I don't want to go into that right now. We'll show it off later. But one of the things that you have now is the yokai in the past game like had big attacks that you had to basically avoid. You could block, but it would like drain your stamina your ki pretty quick. In this one, they have those same attacks, but now you actually have a chance to parry basically using your yokai. So you can, if you time it just right, you have a way to kind of counter their attack, and then it opens them up, you know, for more damage and stuff like that for a brief window. And more importantly is by countering and also getting those hits in, the yokai have their own ki meter that drains, and when it fully drains, then they become open to just like you can actually stagger them and stuff like that. Normally when you attack them, oh boy, there's a face. Normally when you just attack them, they don't care, unlike human opponents. Like human opponents, as you attack them, they'll kind of stagger and react. The yokai, it's only once you drain all of their ki that you'll actually be able to have a chance to go after them without having to constantly sort of watch their movements and get ready to block and dodge and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to go too far here into the first mission. I am going to switch over so we can show off the co-op and stuff. The layout is pretty much the same as it was in the first game, in the fact that like you have distinct levels with missions. There's a boss at the end of it that you'll have to fight, and lots of different enemies and things along the way to kind of tackle. They're going to say like, hey, you should just probably run past this guy. I'm going to try and take him on because I'm stupid.
I still like that much like the first game, at least early on, the generic enemies can really mess you up. There's a lot of
oh yeah.
There's a lot of one false move.
Yeah. staggered him, so now he's open to attacks. And he recovered. Oh, and he rolled over me and killed me. Didn't quite time it well the second time. So it goes. You're not really supposed to be able to fight that guy, but you can.
Oh, did you try to fight the huge horse?
Yeah, you can take him out. I actually did it like, you know, so here's one thing that they added too. They have these benevolent graves for players. Like basically there's an item actually, rather than like the what was it, like the white soapstone or whatever in Dark Souls, and in the first game I can't remember, there was a similar item where you could like leave notes or whatever. Here you can actually leave a benevolent grave for other players. There's an item that you can use that then, if they have Ochoko cups, which are the main thing that you use, similar to the first game, to do the co-op, if you have enough Ochoko cups, you can then summon this this AI-controlled player. The nice thing about doing that is, you know, one, obviously it helps you out with taking stuff on, and it also actually benefits the other person, so I'll shut it off in my game because I've left a few graves. So yeah, I mean, the same way as like someone's like, hey, this is a good comment, and like you suddenly get like a little burst of something. Oh, don't squish me.
Squish him. Squish him.
It's a similar thing here where you'll get stuff if people are using your grave, or your benevolent gravestone or whatever. And the more people use it, the more stuff that you get, and there's lots of different, you know, like, it's a good way to actually get Ochoko cups. The other way to get Ochoko cups, right here where I can see one.
Kill those revenants.
Yep. There's a red gravestone back there that looks like big bad bull boy, and I'm not going to take that guy on. So their way is killing revenants. They'll drop Ochoko cups. They also have a chance to drop whatever equipment they have on them. So like, there is kind of like a set PvP in a way. Like it's a separate mode altogether that you can go into, or at least there was in the first game. Here the PvP is largely passive. You can summon a revenant that's, you know, a player, but it's not live, so like you're just fighting AI. And again, the benefit from that is that you will get, you know, whatever, they have a chance to drop whatever gear they have on, so if there's like a particularly good helmet, or if there's a particularly good weapon or something that they're using, you have a chance to get it. And then they also drop Ochoko cups and a couple of other things. So yeah, so that's kind of, you know, the basics from what we, you know, see so far. Again, like I said, a lot of this is very much the same as it was in the first game, as far as the mission structure and the way that you play through and do all that kind of stuff. The bigger differences come in the fact that you have that yokai form now that you can switch to, and that allows you to counter stuff. The other big difference is that you also have soul cores that the yokai drop.
Jason, you can pet the cat in this game.
Our cat that you pet. Correct.
Yep. It's following me. What is this thing?
This campus. It's friendly.
What does it do for me? It's just rolling around.
I forget the exact buff that it gives you. There we go. Yep, there we go. Okay, so yeah. I forget the exact buff it gives you, but like it's very good against yokai and the yokai realm kind of thing. So yeah, so there's a soul core. that I got. I'm going to run back to the shrine just to show that off real quick, because what happens is you can see at the bottom of my screen next to where it shows my money and then the Amrita being like the currency you use to level up in this game. Gold being what you use to buy stuff like at merchants and things like that. So to the left of two of those, you see there's a little circle and a number next to it. So whenever you kill yokai, they have a chance to drop a soul core, and you hold on to those soul cores until you get to a shrine or you end the mission. If you die while you have one, the soul core will stay at your corpse, so you have a chance to retrieve it. But if you die again before you get back there, the soul core is gone. So I'll go ahead and go to the shrine. That also resets all the enemies, which, you know, just like it does with bonfires. No, I don't have that just yet to attune them. I think it opens up at the end, but anyways. Your Guardian Spirit here, you see it says where it says use Yokai ability, that's where I'd be able to plug in my soul core. Oh, there we go. And now, so I get the benefits of this soul core, which you can use start to bring up the help menu and kind of go through everything. So I increases my anima, which is what you use to charge up these, to use their special abilities, related to how much damage I take. I have increased melee damage against humans. The equipment drop rate increases when I'm in my yokai form, and the attunement cost of this is less. And you can see there's the attunement cost of 4, and over on the left there's the limit for this Guardian Spirit. So yeah, so they added something with the Guardian Spirits this time with those soul cores to kind of, you know, there's a bunch of different ones. They all have different abilities. Some of them have different innate abilities. Some of them have ones that you can kind of fuse together. It also gives you a new attack, which varies based off of which yokai you have. I'll show that off again real quick. So the one benefit to that is you see that ki is drained, but that attack also actually decreases their ki permanently by some amount. So obviously one of the ways to kind of beat yokai in this game is to drain their ki altogether using those kinds of attacks, so that they're it takes them less. It's easier to stagger and stuff. All right. We'll see and talk about that more as I hop over here to my other character. There we go. Alright. So I've made it with this character to the second area. This is where you start, and after you clear all these initial missions, then you move on to the next area, and so on and so forth. You know, it expands out. I'm not sure exactly how far it goes, but you know, you can kind of get a sense. Like I think the last game had 7 areas, and then they added more with DLC. So I'm going to go to my hut here real quick, and as I mentioned before, if you leave those benevolent gravestones and people use them, there's stuff that you'll get in return. So I'm going to check my deliveries here, and I got all this stuff. So it was helpful for 31 players. I got 426 glory. That's something that's used. There's a hidden tea house thing that eventually gets opened up when you meet a certain character. In the first game, it was like where you could go and you could spend to buy better items or different gestures and different like character transformations, like your appearance and stuff like that. The Righteous Jasper is the item I was talking about that lets you leave those benevolent gravestones, and then the Ichogo cups are what you use to do the co-op. So, it's good to leave those around. People use them. You get stuff in return. Speaking of co-op, you ready, Mike?
Sure. Just got killed by a mini boss. Why not?
If you're back at the shrine, set it up. And tell me what mission you're on too.
I'm on the first submission in the forest.
The forest veiled in darkness.
How do I tell what level I'm in? Yes, forest veiled in darkness.
Okay. I want to become a visitor. No, wait.
Okay. Change settings. Secret word. Friends. Alright.
As I recall, in the first Nioh, it was set up like the secret word was the only way. So yeah, it's nice that they have an option now where it's just you can set it to just friends.
You sense a visitor's presence.
I believe I am that visitor. The missions here are limited to 2-player co-op. The Expedition, which is a new mode, is 3.
Alright.
Alright, enough
Boss
of
is
that.
up here.
Which one is this?
This is the monkey. Well, it's the monkey.
Alright, so I need to do this, I need to do that, okay. Those darkened areas, when you use a key pulse, it cleanses them.
Cool. Ah, boy.
Monkey don't mess around.
Yeah, monkey killed me in, I got clipped, and then he killed me in one hit. So... Yeah, most of his attacks are like 70% damage right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that again, and I'll try not to suck.
It's a learning experience. Like, that's you and I were kind of talking about that some, that,
Yeah, cup is up.
That, it takes a little bit of getting used to for this,
Yeah, for the fighting the yokai, like, most of what you want to do is, like you want to hit them a little bit to whittle down their stamina, and then you really want to wait for the move to counter. Because, like, every big enemy in this game is a real slog if you try and go toe-to-toe. But if you can counter their move with the yokai burst or whatever it's called,
yeah,
then you can, like, just really wail on them and use your finishers immediately.
it's not finding you for some reason.
How about that?
Yep, now it's got it. And folks watching from my end of things, like, you'll see it comes back right away if it can't find it, but like once it does find something, it takes a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like that it is more active with the combat. Like, I like that yokai burst kind of way of countering things, and it is interesting because the Phantom, it is very much a you have to respond right away. Like you have to wait until the attack is about to hit you. For the brute, which I have on this character now, you have to do it. You have to do it beforehand. Like, you have to, like, when you see it go, you have to hit it then. Which is, they kind of let you then, as far as playing the game. It also kind of then comes with its own sort of set of, how do you want to do this? Do you want to have a little bit more, well, not easy mode, but as a way of learning, right? You can just be like, alright, as soon as I see that start, I'll hit the yokai burst and I know I'll be good, versus, well, now I gotta time it carefully and really learn the attack and know when it's gonna land, so I can respond in kind.
Much better. We did it.
He was not messing about there. He was like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, he kept doing his thing. Can we go in here?
No.
No. Oh, some of the places like that are.
Yeah, that's the Dark Realm or whatever. In this particular map, actually, that you for a different mission, you come back here and you start on that side and you come this way.
Gotcha. Well, I can go back to the. I'll go to the next story mission.
Sure. So you saw there, like, there's a bunch of stuff that dropped, and that's all instanced for me. Mike gets his own set of loot, and the stuff that and I also got a core out of that. The soul cores always drop at your level, whatever your level is. As far as it's not exactly the same as your character level, but it's close. So going back and helping Mike, totally worth it still for me, because not only do I get some things to help me level up, not only do I get stuff that gold and whatever other rewards there may be. If we get any soul cores, hey, look, I get a level 33 soul core out of that. I have. Show this off. Oops, that's not where I want to go. An inky soul core that I currently use. So there is a soul fusion in this game where you can take 2 similar soul cores and mesh them up. So in this case, I have a level 21, and then here's level 33. So level 33 doesn't do me much. Like, the abilities on it aren't anything that I think are particularly great that I want to use. But I do want to get my level 23 up higher. So the way this works is the soul core rank of each soul core, which is displayed there. As you fuse things into a soul core, it increases that soul core rank. Once it hits rank 9, it can then start leveling up from fusing higher soul cores with it. So this is level 21. I'm going to fuse it with the level 33, and then it's going to end up at level 23. So some of the stats then change with it and get a little bit better. You can take soul cores and just get rid of them, and if you do, then you get soul fragments, which are used to level up your Shiftling. I haven't even gotten into the skill tree yet, which is a whole other thing. So they split it out now against the different weapon types, the ninja and magic, the samurai tree, which is like your kind of base level skills, and then your shiftling. So as you level up and get those shiftling points, you can spend that in here to increase what it does. I'm not going to spend too much time here, just, you know, there's a lot of different things, you know, different ultimate, you know, eventually you work your way out to these other abilities. There is some progress, kind of like you have to clear in the story to start unlocking some of these things. So even though, you know, I have the points and abilities to do some of this stuff, I have to reach certain mission points before it let me get to it. So I'm just going to put a point in there. There's my Nioh magic, which I'll worry about later. Switchglaive, Tonfuzz, Odachi, each one of the different ones, so you can get new skills in there to use. Alright. So what's the next one? Is that Beast Born of Smoke and Flames?
Sure is. You want me to summon you?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, moves. Here, before I get in there, I'll go ahead and just change up my equipment real quick. One of the things they have is, you know, again, they have random rolls for equipment and rarity of equipment. One of the new things for this when it comes to all this is they have corrupt equipment. That's what the seething dragon is here. And they also have equipment that has a stat called purity. So basically, corruption works well against human opponents, and purity works well against corruption works well against human opponents. Purity works well against yokai. So you can kind of think of it like having a little bit of each, you know, for covering stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put in some Tonfa here. Don't worry about the rest of that stuff later. Torii Gate, counters. Sweet. Alright, I'm ready when you are.
I've been waiting for you to arrive.
Okay. Man, that friend search, it makes it even easier.
Yeah.
I don't have to put in like a mission or anything like that. I can just be like, look for my friends.
Nice. Can you turn off your helmet display?
I think there is a setting somewhere for that.
Basic game settings. Let's see. Display headgear off. Hats are fun, but there we go.
Oh wait, can you interact with the gravestone?
Yeah, I have to put like a ton of cups into it to get these.
Okay, maybe it is 3-player. I thought it was only 2. Maybe they just opened it up to 3 throughout. I forgot. Yeah, you can only have.
It said I could summon 2 people.
Yeah, you can only have 1 of those at a time. That's what it is.
I mean, we could summon a Revenant if you want to show off the pseudo
Sure.
PvP.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's find one that is not like level 50.
I'll take him.
Level 11.
Yeah,
37.
grab this, get this 37. We'll get him. I'll get him.
Alright.
Easy peasy.
There we go. Get some choco cups.
So yeah.
Oh, hell, let's kill some more. This is always a really good idea.
Yeah.
Gotta farm up those cups in case we run into something tough. Alright, one more. There's one more over here. Yeah. Got 3 cups off that guy.
Nice.
There you go.
Of course, as always.
The bows are OP as all get out.
It's always beneficial to look for enemies on rooftops that might mess up your day. Seen a bunch of red gravestones. Gives you some indication to look around for anything.
Yeah, I already went back there.
Always knock the stone off. Into the well. He got me.
Chase.
He got me.
Oh, I got him, if that helps you feel better.
Yes.
Well, I guess I should go back and summon you, huh? It's gonna reset all these enemies.
We'll get him. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, you know, despite the fact that, like, from where I'm at in the game versus where Mike's at, you know, you can still get easily taken out by, by the enemies in this game, which is good. I mean, like, you know, it's always nice when there's, you don't feel just like
I need to level up real fast.
So overpowered. There is, like, the first game had ways that, you know, once you cleared the game and there was like a whole other tier of loot kind of a thing that opened up, there were ways to just completely break the game and just, which was awesome. Like, you know, this is a game that's like fun to go through
the cup
as
is up,
is. And then once you get like through it all, going back and just being like, alright, now let me figure out how to just one-shot everything and not have a care. get back in here and be a little more careful this time with those guys.
I was gonna say, oh, there's more revenants to kill now. Oh, well, while you're summoning in, let me muck with my gear, see if I got anything.
Sure.
Do that. What I have equipped.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of different stats on gears. There's a blacksmith where you can go and you can, one thing I recommend is go to the blacksmith and melt down everything that you don't want, anything that you're not going to use. Just get the blacksmith.
And that's at the shrine.
Yeah, it'll open up after you.
This guy?
Yeah, it'll open up after you clear this level. Oh wait. Wait, carefully, because there's still enemies over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, burning down everything that you don't need is good because kind of at the end of the game, once you start getting stuff, when it comes to gear itself, like you really want to craft what it is that you need, and there's ways to make sure that it's a certain tier of rarity. So going through as you play and just melting down everything that you don't need is the best course of action. Stuff that's like lower grade, so purple, what you're looking for as far as the rarity, or purple in this case. They have different color settings and the accessibility options, which is nice. So they eventually get you items that let you kind of influence the rarity further. So like the more purple quality materials that you put in, the higher the chance that you'll get a purple quality back. Keep it up, and eventually then they give you certain items where you just like straight out influence it. And
nice gun, bruh. Whoa.
there you go. On the rooftops, there we go. So yeah, influencing the variability and everything like that. Ton of a man. Helps you craft what you're looking for, what you're meaning, and then there's stuff that you can do as well on the equipment that lets you re-roll some of the stats. And again, like you'll get stuff that eventually lets you kind of influence the rarity of the stats that you can get, so you can roll for better stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you played the first game and really liked it and just looking for kind of what's new and different, it's the yokai spirits, it's the the shifting that you do, the active kind of counter parry to some of those yokai abilities, the soul cores that you can now infuse into the guardian spirits and you can attune those to multiple. It's not like once you use it, it's all done. they're pretty flexible when you assign it to multiple guardian spirits and stuff. The new weapons, the hatchets and the switchglaive, which I'll show here. Side, you have this, you have that. So straight up trick weapon from Bloodborne. And yeah, I mean, like, other than that, it's a lot of the same game as the first one. And I'm perfectly fine playing more of it. I was a huge fan of Nioh. I played through all of it, but let's see.
Hell, hit me. Is that your Tonfa barrage?
Yeah.
Open that sweet, sweet shortcut door.
Oh yeah, come over here and get this Kodama. Say, come on, Kodama.
I like Kodamas.
Back to the shrine with you. Well, they're especially good because they get you those blessings that lets you influence the kind of rarity drops that you get. Remember how you get over there?
Looks like you go up and around from a different side.
I think it's up over here. Yep, it is. More arrows, please. Can't ever have enough. Those. I'll move that shortcut. Alright.
I hear something big.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get up here.
Oh, here's a friend.
This guy's got range. Watch out. Nope. Did not hit my thing soon enough. Good luck. Sad.
Well, so can you see what I'm doing before I die?
No, it had already kicked me back to the...
Ah. I got a good counter on him, but I ran out of stamina at the same moment. He recovered and then killed me in one hit.
Aw. Let's give it one more go and then we can call it. Let's open that shortcut.
You assume I want to stop playing.
Well, at least call it for the stream. How about that?
Okay. Okay. Summon visitor. Drinking out of cups.
There's me disassembling everything that I don't need. It's nice that they have like a selection tool there where you can just say everything of this rarity and lower.
Mm-hmm.
Melt it all. And to the best of my knowledge, I mean, we're all showing off the missions here, but like the expeditions are, I want to say they're like kind of slightly randomized. I don't know. We should hop into one of those and see. I think the idea is that it's sort of like you choose a mission and then you have some different factors that you can kind of mess about with, so you can kind of increase the difficulty, but then like get better rewards out of it, sort of a deal. And being a visitor, actually, you get a ton of Choco Cups from killing guys.
Oh, Nani?
Nani? I'm going to do these. Do these.
I'm gonna throw a rock.
Go get your
Jesus.
grapes. Yeah. Oh, hi.
I forget what the puddles on the ground actually do. I know you need to dispel them.
They reduce your key regeneration and they increase it for the...
That's right.
Wah!
Did it.
Get a soul core.
I didn't.
We are victorious. We are victorious. I have things that increase my chance to get soul core, so that's probably why.
Gotcha. Cool. How about I go back up there and interact with whatever was... Alright. Oh, alright. It was actually just the ladder, but I fell.
Hi, lady.
Blacksmith's daughter. Alright. Here, let's see. Why do you have a ramen bowl on your head, little guy?
Because it's adorable.
So another, you're playing on a regular PS4, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a PS4 Pro, and when I booted up the game, it actually asked me to select between frame rate or cinematic.
It did the same for me.
Okay. Because this game runs at like a completely rock solid 60.
Yeah, I mean, it runs pretty well. There's occasion, like, I haven't noticed much slowdown, like a little bit of stuttering here while I'm streaming and doing stuff, but just playing the game otherwise, it's been totally fine and good. Yay! Let's see what that soul core is. Alright, one of those, and some other ones. Oh, the Tengus are back, and I still hate them. My least favorite. One of the Yokais in this game. They're bad. They're bad. Anyways, we'll call the stream there. Like I said, if you played the first game or if you like what you're seeing here, it's totally worth getting into. You know, it's kind of Dark Souls, Bloodborne by way of Ninja Gaiden, because I mean it's Team Ninja who's behind the development of this, along with Koei Tecmo. But I mean, much of the combat and action itself is very quick and very responsive. As you get skills and stuff like that, I mean, one of the skills I have here lets me do that, where I automatically kind of take a back step and cover my key, and I have an attack that I can do as like a follow-up, and different things like that. So like, you can really kind of get into customization. There are different stances that you can take, kind of, and again, there's different abilities that you get for each one of those, depending on what you want to do. With the trade-off being that, you know, high stance does more damage, slower attacks, takes up the key. Mid stance is a bit, you know, kind of blend, and then low stance is fast attacks. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, like, and tons of ways to different customize. And I think this time around too, when it comes to the co-op, like I feel like there's a little bit more where you can get down the path of having like a magic user, a rogue, and a tank, like not necessarily those defined roles, but like those kinds of builds. Because I'm a magic user here, there's ninjutsu in the game that, you know, lets you do stuff, and then there's also you can just have a straight up physical build. Do stuff that way. So yeah, that's everything that we've got here for this week, showing off Nioh 2. We'll be back next week with, I'm not quite sure what yet.
Hell, let's play this again. This game's dope.
It is. But yeah, we'll be back next week with something else.
Demon Realm! Demon Realm!
I know, Demon Realm. Yep, we gotta go find the demon and kill him to clear the Demon Realm. We'll do that on our own. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for checking out another co-op game with us, and we'll be back next week.